undefeated in series here in Group Stage 2, and one of their last opponents, and probably the toughest opponent that is left here, is going to be Talon. Because after this, they faced up against 9 Pandas, who could already be eliminated after today's game.
You know, we've seen some zombie teams win some series before, though.
That's true.
Count them out, you know.
Yeah. TSM did that actually in Group Stage 1, right?
Exactly. Even if they're dead, they can still bite your ankle off and drag you down with them. So you really want this win. And then you feel even better about yourself, too, because then you're just going to be entirely undefeated, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, if you win this, you're pretty much left at maybe going 6-1, which would still put you in top 2 position. So, BetBoom, they're currently playing for upper bracket in the playoffs. And Talon are playing just to get in the playoffs, 2 and 3. They really need to win to tie up with EG and Gaming Gladiators, who are above them right now. And give it away first blood is not a good start to that. That's going to be Save, the Pugna Save, who had a fantastic performance yesterday, manages to pick up first blood. This is already dangerous,
on the runes for Talon, and that's a nice little smoke punish by BetBoom. We don't see a lot of teams smoke to kill people on these runes very often. I kind of like that move. Downside is they lost 3 runes, and I've actually been thinking about this trait. Let's say you go in a game, you send 4 people to the 4 different runes.
Okay.
And you just suicide for them. And you feed first blood, but you get 3. Are you happy in most of those situations? I feel like you are.
I think it depends on your mid matchup mostly, right? I think I'm gonna theorize here. I think BetBoom make that move because of the matchup against Puck. And if Storms here can get first blood, then it helps this matchup a lot because Puck wants to harass you out of lane, right? But he didn't get it.
Yeah, so it's a weird trade-off. It's like interesting I've been thinking about, but here it'll just work out for BetBoom. And we saw this Storm Puck matchup for them yesterday where they also had the Pugna, and it worked out really well because GPK just rushed Orchid and really pressured that NTS Puck for the entirety of that game because he had way more resources on the map. He could go the aggressive Orchid, not get punished on the resource management side. And NTS could not, he didn't want to itemize defensively to deal with that. So he just ended up feeding in the fights. That is one of the things about this matchup that can go GPK's way. And he was playing pretty damn well yesterday. I expect that to continue here. And he will have the save Pugna behind him. Man, this has got to be the scariest hero to keep giving this team. I go back to Pugna and I go to Doom. These are the 2 heroes I would not give this team right now, as they feel way too comfortable with them. Especially save on the Pugna. He was owning those games yesterday.
Yeah.
So Talon are going to tempt fate here, give BetBoom some of their Siggies and hope to counter with that silencer. And again, they're going up against some strong early lane matchups here. I expect the lanes to be pretty decent for BetBoom over the long run. Once the Enchantress and the Monkey get level 3 to 5, time to strike.
What do you make of this Pure pick, by the way? I mean, Save running with his Siggy, but Pure playing the off-lane Enchantress? It's pretty interesting.
It's a peculiar pick. It will definitely free farm and win this lane. And no doubt about that. He can snowball pretty hard. This hero does decent amount of damage, can farm up with Sproinks if you get an early Ags. And we've kind of just been seeing Enchantress output a serious amount of damage in these fights regardless of being support. So I kind of have faith in it here. I still think a lot of the game comes down to the Storm and the Monkey doing pretty well, getting that mid-game and providing the damage and the team fights that BetBoom need. So maybe the Enchantress pick doesn't help you in that regard, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You know, if you're feeling it, feel like I'm going to go up here and dumpster 23 so hard he isn't going to remember where his Steam library is located, then yeah, go for it.
He did play it once in the DPC, and he's played it twice here at DreamLeague. But the last match that they played it was against 9 Pandas in Group Stage 1.
How the hell did they just let him walk up and steal a Lotus? What?
Not sure.
Maybe
they forgot about it.
That is something like, if you're a BetBoom coach, if you're going to sit this team down at the end of that, I mean, like, what the hell are you guys doing? There's no way 23 should get a Lotus on this lane, let alone the way he did. I mean, now we're seeing the pressure.
Well, he's going to need that Lotus. He's going to need it here. Pops it, but it still may not be enough. The lane-winning combination of Save and Pure do it again.
And Save has basically won every single lane he's gone to with Pugna. They just shove it in, play for the level 3, dive your tower. Teams are not prepared for it. They give it away. They get pushed in. Again, this is a lane that gets double waved under the tower versus the Pugna. He just runs you down. Cannot let this happen. Another mismanaged lane here versus that BetBoom off lane. BetBoom get the advantage and all of a sudden are winning 3 lanes. I do think it's expected they do pretty well on all 3 lanes here. It's just a matter of how much you can limit the damage in the side lanes in particular, so you have time for Makoto to make up for it. But this is some serious damage.
I think the lane winning is really important because how can it, I feel like Enchantress isn't going to be the best at putting out damage on some of these cores. I mean, Slark and Puck.
It's not guaranteed, that's for sure. You kind of need some disables to go in first.
Another kill. Ollie falls this lane. I mean, you win your lane phase hard enough, maybe it just doesn't matter if you can't put damage on these other cores.
It's very true. Also be interesting to see what Pure goes for, because he could go for something like an Orchid of his own. It's not a bad enchant item. Does have a decent amount of value in this game, even versus the Slark. Like, Slark has to go in and Dark Pack to start hitting you.
Sure.
They just Orchid him, right? I don't think you necessarily feel bad in that matchup. So I won't be surprised if Pure considers that here, but it'll probably be something along the Witchblade, Dragonlance, Hurricane Pike. Kind of just want all of it.
And I think that's another problem with Enchantress cores, that you do really need to win your lane because you need so many items to really start being effective. Save is going to be caught here. They're going to kill his Nether Ward and kill him. 23 has to be careful, though, not to overextend. +2.
This is a double stat steal lane. So that's another reason maybe BetBoom really wanted to win this lane. Do not want to be feeding kills away and losing your intelligence and giving away Agi.
GPK.
Already up.
Is he going to be able to get this one? He does have enough. Coil goes out now, but Makoto, he's going to die to this last hit coming in. He actually missed the coil too, so bad goes to worse. Talon losing cores all around the map.
Yeah, the laning phase is way too strong here for BetBoom.
Oh, and another one.
Really heating up. They're having a good time in this early game. And they have a lot of kill threat to just pound on top of it, because this Disruptor pick is going to allow you to just run at Talon, and there's not an answer to it. I mean, you're talking about Pure having issues hitting the cores, but it's a pretty damn good Disruptor game outside of the Puck.
Yeah.
This hero is it's probably the best support versus Slark in the history of Dota.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have really good lockdown potential. It's really good for Thunderlord. You can bring people back from the gates.
Rotate over, but they glimpsed him back, Ollie. Sent back where he came from.
I really feel like BetBoom might, yeah, I mean, we can all see they're running away with it, but it might just happen incredibly fast here if you start getting some good glimpse kills.
Yeah, certainly.
Look at that. Range, man. Pure enjoys that one.
Yeah.
Why is it so pixelated?
Yeah, maybe a little bit of latency problem. Pure has been a monster, though, I have to say. Like, Nightfall has had some really solid performances, but Pure, when it comes to just his... and I really was impressed by him as a carry, too. His versatility is off the charts.
That was his biggest strength as a carry.
Yeah,
I feel like this guy plays anything. I'm not surprised that he is very quickly adjusted in this offlane role, and maybe a reason BetBoom are performing a lot better here. I agree. Their 2 side laners just feel way more comfortable in the roles in the team, what they're playing in the meta, and the laning has gotten a lot better. Something Toronto Tokyo talked about as well. Like, he transitioned to a new role too.
Yeah.
And these things take time to get used to the meta of the side lanes, how people are playing them, when you want to pull, when you want to push, what you want to buy. Like, I don't know. That's another thing. People just very quick to give teams flack. Like, this guy can't play this role. I mean, what, you want him to learn it in a week?
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess he failed then. But it took him a little longer and he got there, so it's looking a lot better for him. And if they keep this up, man, they're going to be a scary team at TI, because nobody doubts the mechanical ability of this team, and nobody doubts the shot calling from Nightfall and the intuitiveness of Pure. That's what I think about him as a player. Like, this guy's a very intuitive player. Just seems like he understands what's going on and makes it happen. That is a good mix of skill sets to have.
Also, if they could get a little bit of momentum, you know, actually get some real wins under their belt as opposed to like just DPC wins that they had before. I felt like if they could develop a foundation of success and trust in each other, then maybe we won't see some of those same blow-ups at these LAN events that we've seen before.
Definitely goes a long way. Confidence is one of the largest factors for winning in Dota. It's got to come from somewhere.
Ooh, man.
23 is not getting 6 easy here. BetBoom took this tower early. Pure's invaded the jungle, still holding some skill points as well. Debating if he wants the heal or the creeps.
He just keeps on pushing him, and that wave is still not level 6.
I mean, they're not the smoke up here to kick heroes out for 23. This is Makoto with a shield rune. They're not even going to get anything.
Nope. Once again, Makoto, who I think Talon has really relied on for a lot of their early tempo, has been kind of shut out. He's not that far behind to the Storm Spirit, but also I don't feel like he's got the momentum to kill the side lanes because the side lanes are so damn far.
I mean, what side lanes?
Yeah, that's true.
There are no side lanes right now. There's literally nobody in a side lane for Talon.
Yeah.
They don't exist. They're a figment of their draft's imagination. I guess this stack is one way to make up for it. At least they're going to get it here. If this stack got stolen, you're just out of this game.
Yeah.
Because Jabs needs this. He needs it bad. The supports need it for the levels. You need global online so you can go and take a fight into the Storm, into the Pugna, remove the save element. GPK will gobble up a double damage as he rushes Orchid here. That will be the play call.
Dire's middle tower.
You also
getting some space.
You also really need a good start for this Underlord because the Enchantress may or may not be able to put damage on the other cores, but Enchantresses do dice up Underlord. Feel like that hero is not a very good frontliner when Enchantress is in the game and she's farmed like this.
Anybody Pure runs into is not going to stay there long. That's one way to put it. He is the king of the map right now. What do BetBoom want to do with it? I would not mind to see him clash mid, get some smoke for him, just wrap around with a creep, take that fight. If you ever run into the silencer this game with the Enchantress, that's like a free team fight win.
Yeah.
Because he's instantly just going to get blown up. He's going to have a creep on him. Then you're going to open up the fight for the Pugna and the Storm. That is what BetBoom want in this game. Have the monkey in the Ench, find the silencer. If the Storm can find him, that's great too. And just take the fight off that. Ollie's positioning needs to be on point here for Talon if they want to come back in this game. And we've seen a lot of comebacks off these laning phases. I don't think they're as one-sided as they were at the start of the patch. So I still have some faith that Talon maybe can rat this game out. Like you're saying, I think Enchantress, this pick was designed to create this situation, not necessarily win them the late game.
Sure.
So if you can get there on Talon, you still have some decent opportunity to punish that if you can get there.
Why do you think teams are able to recover from these laning phases better?
Kills are worth more. That's a big part of it.
Okay.
I also think as the patches go on, teams are better at figuring stuff out. What that means is they're better at snowballing, but they're also better at coming back. It's a double-edged sword. The game becomes a little less chaotic and less one-sided overall.
Okay, so it becomes a little bit, you have a formula of like how to get back into the game.
Yes.
Whereas before it was, I don't know what to do.
I also think teams are better at giving up less. Like, they understand the flow of the game more, so they can rat it out a bit more. They get caught a little less in the down positions, and then their chance to come back increases slightly.
Sure.
Whereas
when we're ahead, this is how we want to play. This is where we want to be, so we know to avoid those places.
These things go in cycles. Like, it does shift as teams figure out how to counter that. It goes back, but I think especially at the start of the patches, the games tend to be very chaotic. No one knows what's going on. And then once you get a lead, it's just like, I don't know what the hell's happening, and we just lose.
Yeah.
It feels like a little of that has been eliminated, but this type of lead is very secure.
Big kill if they can get it.
Lose some cores.
It's just the two of them, so honestly, this is not the most secure thing in the world. If they had Wukong's command, I think there's no chance they get this kill. They blow the global silence, but
It wasn't even close.
it was not at all.
It's just a weird two-hero gank. They don't have that much damage.
Dire's middle tower.
Yeah,
It's not even that tanky of a monkey, honestly. He's 1,000 HP. And that's Battle Fury done for Nightfall here at 13 minutes. This is reminding me of that Juggernaut game he had, where that game just ended off his net worth acceleration.
Damn, look at that. Pure, it's the 13 minutes in. He's already taken the tower. He stacked up the easy camp and pulled it to deny yet another wave from 23 Savage. That is some commitment. That is some thinking outside the box.
Yeah, it also tells you this guy's played carry before.
Oh,
He
yeah.
knows what's annoying. Unfortunately, these small camps suck beyond belief.
Yeah, they don't actually kill that many creeps.
But the upside is he will create a triple ranged wave here. So if he can use this and bring the team, it's just a dead tier 2. And I think that is what's going to happen as BetBoom, the signal has been called. Hurricane Pike has finished for Pure coming out. Man, he is really farmed. And I don't think there's anything 23 can do about this. I mean, he has a Midas. Yeah,
Instantly static storm kinetic fielded.
Just a beautiful play and punish. Sets up the lane, gets the push, forces a reaction. They know Slark's going to be here. Brings in the team with the lockdown and easy cleanup plus the tower. God damn, every time we watch this team, it's like they're getting better and better.
Yeah, dude, they are way ahead of the rest of the field.
This game has just been very clean. You have one kill on Talon side. They have not found anything.
Radiant's middle tower
And it
is under
doesn't
attack.
look like it's getting easier in the foreseeable future. Maybe with Batrider Blink, you can find something. If you can find it. That is Orchid done for GPK here. Under the 15-minute mark, that is a pretty damn good timing. And Makoto is going to be forced in a second item, Yules, just to deal with it. That's going to take a lot more damage away from the Puck, who you really want scaling in this game. That's another upside of the Orchid. You don't find the Puck. Going to get rid of the scary itemization.
Yeah, I'll get through the gate just before Roshan catches them.
Dire are scanning.
Toronto Tokyo doesn't want to show himself just yet. Nightfall will do that for him.
And look at this bait. It gets scanned out. Talon, no.
Okay, blow up Toronto Tokyo at the very start. That's pretty nice. They have the global silence out after the storm zipped in, but they couldn't keep him inside for long. 23, he's got to get out of the Wukong's command. Once that spell went off, the fight was kind of already over. Oh, but he's silenced for so long.
Big
Makoto's
one.
still okay. Maybe
The
with
turn.
the coil, they do manage to finish off the Puck, but it's a trade-off for the Storm Spirit, and any trades are good trades for Talon at this point.
Yeah, they 100% will take that. That's a big kill streak on GPK.
Yeah.
Makoto lives to get the XP as well. Oh, no, he doesn't. He died before.
Yeah, he
well, that's
died
kind of
first.
sad.
Is under attack.
At least you're getting something out of this exchange. A good read of the bait as well. 23 is just out of mana.
Radiant.
Mana pool is too damn low to take these fights.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's
Just a little bit
Good
off
one.
on the timing there. I feel like if Ollie stops the Wukong's command, maybe that fight is playable for Talon.
It was very close. I still think the global was decent, getting the storm on the jump, but the follow-up wasn't there. So then maybe you have to hold the global for later. Like, ideally, you want global in a situation where the Slark or the Puck are hitting them, and you can follow it up, or you're killing the Pugna. You also kind of want the extra damage. Like, you want global with heroes that are cursed.
Sure.
They're just lacking the DPS right now. And of course, global on cooldown, coil on cooldown.
Ollie's
Time
dead.
to run in some heroes.
He's that combination is nice. The vision of Thunderstrike plus pure, just ranged right clicker. They can't ever really duck away from him.
Also, you have to run away from the Enchantress, and then you get pulled back in.
Yep, yep. I mean, those are two. You talked about it with the Disruptor, right? Enchantress is another hero who wants heroes running away from her and not running into her. And all of this just kind of leads to Talon being on the back foot and getting in a worse and worse situation in this game. Soon Aghanim Scepter for Pure.
They can rat the map a little bit, but they are going to have to find the team fight to get their Slark back in this game. I don't think 23 is going to be able to farm his way back. There's way too much pressure on him on the map. BetBoom have been setting up on him, hunting him. He has a Midas. That's nice. It's going to do something for him here, but the fight will have to come at some point, or his lead will continue to build. And I don't know if BetBoom are that afraid of going late game with the lead they have. Like, the Monkey and Storm are going to scale decently here. You have Pugna, who's going to be a really nice save here. Yeah, you have Global to counteract them, but Pure is going to have, or Save is going to have a decently timed Dispel item here. Lotus looks like it's his item of choice. That's going to be great first the bat and all the silences on top of it. I mean, we saw how much Save did with his Pugna yesterday.
Yeah.
This is a terrifying hero to give that level of farm to on this player. So I really don't think BetBoom are too worried about this game going late at this point. And Ags for Pure will help him accelerate his own farm. Nightfall's clearing through the Ancients. They're using the map pretty well. The onus is on Talon to make some kind of move or smoke here, especially with the Batrider Blink. They are looking for it. It's just so hard to find anybody.
Yeah, they want pickoffs. And they're not finding anybody.
They're set up top, but nobody is up here.
Again, a situation where I question, even if they found somebody, is that support duo actually going to get you the kill?
It's enough if they found the monkey, but the monkey has BKB now. So you can't actually find Nightfall anymore. This BKB will guarantee a survival in basically any engagement, I think. That is a big frontline tool for BetBoom. Gonna let him push in deep mid here. Invade enemy triangle. Take an aggressive fight. It'll be a smoke on Dire side of the map. Going to Dire side of the map. Looking for jabs.
Dire are scanning.
Jabs. He knows he's in a dangerous position. In fact, he knows so well that he ducks away and TP's out. Very smart.
And they just ran into that tier 2.
That was crazy.
So Talon continuing to dodge is one of their strengths. They can stall these games out. Very good at stalling these games. We've seen these games go late for them a lot of times. And often the goal is to eventually get to a point where 23 on some late pick core becomes unstoppable. That's one of the questions we're going to have to see. If it gets to that point, is that actually true? Is the Slark unstoppable in this game? With 5 or 6 slots? Kind of see it. It's tough, but...
I think when you're behind like this, Disruptor's going to get an Axe eventually.
That also helps, yeah.
That is going to make things way too difficult. Like, somebody's going to get caught in the circles of Wukong's command, kinetic field, static storm, even this off of a Storm Spirit initiation as well. Somebody's going to get caught in that and you're just dead.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really have faith in the 5 or 6 slotted Slark, even if we get there to just be an auto win.
Yeah.
Like some of those games, 23 is on like a Phantom Lancer, and you know, okay, if he gets 4 items, they can just take these fights and make it chaotic. I don't see it this game.
This isn't the one.
Which means you just have to win you have to win an earlier team fight at some point.
Yeah.
So you don't go in that late game in this position.
A lot of pinging going on this Radiant Tormentor. Wonder if they thought that Talon was going to try and do theirs.
Yeah, I think they thought the steal was coming through, but I don't think Talon have anywhere near enough damage to man up for that.
No.
Gonna have to keep ratting here. And we'll be Silver Edge next for 23, so he's not even going the Axe build. He just wants the Invis to get in close on a target, break the Ench. Maybe take Pure down first to eliminate the damage source. Doesn't sound too bad to me. Should also know Q is finding a decent amount of farm on the Batrider. He is up to Blink and 2/3 this BKB. He could be a big factor too if you find the jump on the Pugna. You have global off these Bat Goes.
Yeah.
So every lasso is sort of free in a way.
And he also has coil to combo with the lasso pull.
Yeah,
so he can grab somebody, and then that person gets coiled. He pulls them through the coil to snap it.
Yeah, you don't even have to necessarily find the Pugna. You can just global to stop the Pugna save.
Yeah.
At least until these Dispels come out. But that's the problem. The more Dispels come out, the worse Silencer gets, and BetBoom are building a lot of them. So this is really where you would like to be fighting with this lineup, but that laning phase was too rough.
Good old Talon. We're veterans at this point of settling in with the Talon dodge and push to late game. 23
Takes me
tempting.
home.
Yeah. Takes me back to sea.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Death. Oh, I mean, you don't have to rub it in like that. I think we can all see they only have 3 kills here. That's a rough chart to show. You know, but I'm glad that you know, that we can show all of these enhanced statistics on the fly like that.
Yeah, yeah.
The really
cool.
important ones, you know, that it just seems so easy for them to produce all the time, every day.
Yeah.
That I'm not gonna name.
Yeah, we could just
items.
ask,
Oh
like,
yeah,
look
like
at that.
Storm Illusions. Wow,
Wow.
that's a really niche one.
That's a
We even
great-
have a drop down to see you. Wow, look at that.
Puck
Look at
kill
that,
all
Cap.
3 of the illusions.
Imagine we could do that for items, like a consumable. That would be really cool.
Yeah,
and
you know what?
interesting.
Let's go ahead and pull up the consumable gold spend.
Oh,
Maybe
do
could
we have that one?
Yeah, we
that
could,
would
we
be
could go ahead and
amazing.
check
That
that
would
one
be
out.
amazing.
Yeah.
If I could. Oh, look at that!
Wow.
Look at that! Wow. 2.3K by Ollie.
How much do you think of that as blood grenade?
I was thinking the same thing. If we could pull that up real quick, I'd love to see the percentage of that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Wow. Well, one day I'll have a dream of mine come true. I don't know what day that will be, but
dreams aren't meant to come true, Avery.
That's why they're far away. That's my quote right there.
Oh my God.
Forgot about that one. Got yourself.
I need like that inspirational poster, the Sun Tzu, you know? That's why they call them dreams, because they're far away. Avery SVG Silverman. Look at Pierce just hanging out by himself.
He feels invincible. Is he invincible?
He surely is not that invincible, right?
That invincible.
Did they miss the coil again? They missed the coil again. That actually would have killed him. Maybe he still dies, though. Oh, God, they need him to die.
+2, baby. Nightfall's like, I will avenge my brother.
That hubris cannot go unpunished.
How dare you?
How did he miss?
Gossamer.
Oh, yeah, Gossamer.
Yeah, this item's so good.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, Glyph to protect the creep wave.
This game's getting ratted out. Find a couple more of those Ench pickoffs, you're going to slow the hero down. This is one of the downsides of Enchantress as a core.
Ooh, he's on the low ground. He's going to get spotted, Orchided. And that'll be the death of Makoto. Static Storm caught him. Yeah.
I guess he didn't want to get static.
Yeah, I think he knew that follow-up was coming. So it was good play, but ultimately not enough. Too much here from BetBoom. They just played too fast.
Sometimes you can make all the correct decisions and still die.
You coding Star Trek now?
I was just checking. Just checking your culture meter.
Yes.
I think it's at like 2 out of 80 by now.
2 out of 80? Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you just make it 1 out of 40?
It's like, I mean, that 2 out of 80 sounds bad. 1 out of 40 sounds okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Alpha Wolf behind Nightfall, by the way. Buff up that fresh Daedalus.
Dire's bottom tower
He's hitting for more plus than he has base damage here. Starting to feel like a universal hero.
A little bit, a little bit. Only if the wolves surround, though.
Actually, their number is different than mine. I hate this bug, by the way. Can we please fix it?
Oh, yeah. They have 25 less damage or something on...
Yeah, there's a observer visual bug that shows you the wrong numbers on all of the stats for heroes.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's been
Wait,
been
so
fun.
which one do you think is accurate?
Theirs is accurate.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Satanic is going to be next. As we wait for BetBoom to ultimately feel strong enough to push to high ground, and then Talon will have to actually do something besides ranting the map. It's a good map to wrap, though. Must say. So much room for activities in this nice big map.
Radiant are scanning.
Actually, I think both numbers are wrong.
Is that what you were doing?
I was doing some quick math. I think they're both wrong.
Okay.
There's no way he only has plus 84.
Okay, yours says plus 112.
Which I also think is wrong. There's no way between plus 88 and plus 60 plus BKB damage. So I think theirs is also wrong, but theirs is differently wrong than mine, which is kind of interesting.
So the bug goes deeper than we thought.
Yeah, I think there's a bug where basically it just doesn't show the visual progression of like bonus stats in the game properly.
Okay.
It just doesn't care. It just gave up. It's like, you don't need this.
You're hitting. You just check the damage stat. It just says a lot.
Yeah. It's just like, you do the math, nerd. Well, I did do the math.
This is why Dota is the most elite of esports. You have to do all the math on the fly all the time.
It does it. The thing is, it does it with armor sometimes too. It can do it with attack speed. It can do it with move speed, which is the really annoying one. Like sometimes you look at a hero, he's running around the map at like 550 ms, and it says 325. You're like, sure, Dota. That's what I tell the cop when I get pulled over. He never believes me.
Well, fortunately, we can
Just
tackle
kidding. I don't speed. I'm a very conscientious citizen.
Fortunately, we can tackle these kind of bugs with the 10-year anniversary that's coming up.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Now that we're not producing battle passes, we can finally fix all of these. That is a wisdom rune for GPK. And a haste rune for GPK.
Wow.
And a hex for GPK.
Oh, did you say illusion rune?
No, I said haste.
Oh. I was going to check the illusion stat again. All right, BetBoom, going high ground. Let's go.
That's right. We have the Dispel up for saving the Lotus Orb. BKBs for the cores. They're waiting for their hexes, but they don't have... Oh, I mean, this is just insult to injury at this point.
Injury? What injury are you suffering?
Personal grief. Wisdom Rune stolen by 23. Pretty nice for him. He's climbing up the net worth ladder, slowly but surely. The Midas is kicking in. Vindicator Axe, BKB done, so he can man up in the fight. Pretty strong during his BKB timing as well. I mean, come on.
But
Just
what
Just
about, can we check what blood grenades do?
No, we don't have that. I'm sure we don't have that one. If we actually have a blood grenade info panel, I'm leaving the cast. So that's at your own risk. I'll just get up and leave.
You'll do it.
I will do it.
Avery is willing to put his job on the line for far too little.
It's actually accurate, yes. I don't know why that's where the line is, but that is where the line is. Words play 29. Wow, that is a lot of words for only one person. Usually it's been shifted over time. So now you have a primary and a secondary, as we see for BetBoom.
Q's like, no. I'm gonna farm, and that's all I'm gonna do. Has Q died, actually? 102? Still hasn't died.
Been ratting. He's getting the net worth, so you have this Blink BKB bat and starts the fight.
Good for him. That would actually go against the... Remember that stat you were talking about where the offlaner not dying? I feel like support's in that mix, but, you know, Q, losing game, still no deaths.
Yeah, where was my Knoxville tweet? On vacation or what?
Shame.
Shame indeed. Toronto Tokyo will get his shard and apologize to the team.
I'm so sorry. I know you wanted the shard on Storm Spirit. I didn't mean it.
This shard has to be like one of the most irrelevant, right? Even if you get value out of it, who cares? Why is this even the spell? I'm just gonna say, why is this the spell? On such a cool hero, he's keen. He comes from the uplands.
He's what? He's keen? He's not keen.
Oh no, he's like.
No, he's a gloaty.
He's a gloat. Yeah, he's a gloaty uplands.
This goddamn lore
No, but the
master.
keen think he's a keen.
What?
Yeah. They think he's like a distant cousin or something.
No, you. What?
Yeah.
You're just making shit up.
No, you can't
Got
prove
the
that.
initiation onto the Disruptor. Instantly kill him. No, not instantly kill him. The Decrepify plus the heals. They're too much, and the Global Silence comes too late from Ollie once again. Now they're just going to try and get out with whatever heroes they can. Jabs, TP. Oh, we almost made it, man. What was that long TP? 23 somehow did manage to get the gem out of them, and his ult is up. He doesn't have TP, though.
Yeah, he's done.
So he's going to give it right back.
These globals are way too late. You have to assume Save is in position.
Yeah, where was it?
Like, this guy is probably the best Pugna in the world right now. You're going very deep. It costs you so much.
Did he get stunned or something?
I don't think so. I think
no,
he was just trying to hold it
afterwards. I mean, I kind of get it if it's like you have to wait. Maybe you wants to wait for the suck to start because he knows he has Lotus Orb.
Yeah,
right?
he wants to bait the fight a little longer because they probably feel like they can't win it if they blow everything on a Disruptor, which is probably true as well. Like, we're faulting the global for the timing here, but if he globals and they kill Disruptor, does that fight change too much? Maybe not. It's just... The issue is you don't have enough damage on these goes. That's what it feels like. I feel like he also thought, okay, this guy's dead without the global. And, well, he's not dead. And then you're in a world of hurt. Damage is pretty evenly distributed here for BetBoom. So this is also part of the problem. Like, who are you trying to jump here? Ideally, probably the monkey. If you get the monkey alone, isolate him and burst him, you're happy. That is a lot of HP to burst through. He has Satanic. If you mess that up, he BKB Satanic, strikes, fights over as well. I don't know if you have enough to burst through Nightfall at this point. So that's another issue Talon are facing.
You want to know why he lived, right? It's because he's not a keen, a squishy-ass keen, but he's a big, strong, a gloaty with 2.4 strength gain per level. and he's level 14, so.
You know, some fun Disruptor lore. Now that we're on the top.
I don't believe you know anything about Disruptor at this point.
Okay, fine. Then I won't tell you my lore. Good job, Cap. You disappointed everybody in Twitch chat who wanted to hear some nice Disruptor lore.
You're so petty. I bet you didn't have any lore.
I actually did. I actually did.
Okay, hit it. Hit it
No,
then.
you don't get it now. You don't get it.
Aghanim's son. Aghanim's.
Yeah, Aghanim's son. You want to hear some Aghanim's son lore? That's Rubik. He's actually his son.
Yeah. Is he a son or is he just?
No, he's actually his son.
Was he just created by Aghanim?
No, well, what?
Yeah.
What are you asking me? Who
like
Aghanim's had sexual relations with?
I was not asking for
That's
the
kind of what it
sexual
sounded like.
history of Aghanim. No. I was saying, is
Am I allowed to say that?
Puppet? Well, it's already done. I mean, you already said you're willing to give up your job for very little, so you're right to talk about who Aghanim is tindering right now.
He's a good-looking lad. I'm sure he does well. But yes, I think Rubik is his biological son.
Okay.
That's how I should have phrased that.
Okay.
High ground push coming in for Nightfall here. He has Aegis.
Have a nullifier?
He has Ags finished. They do. I mean, they need one this game.
Oh, double sight at the same time to get the initiation, but a good depth shroud out from 23, and Jams is too tanky to go on. The coil's going to snap on the Monkey King. No. Oh, now it snaps. The heals, though. The heals.
Trying to
they can't outdo the heals, man. It's too much. Okay, finally. Puck jumps in, finishes him off. That's just going to be the Aegis, though.
They're looking for a battle lasso, but Pure with the pike sends Q packing, and I guess that's an okay high ground defense here for Talon.
Yeah, pretty good.
You get out the Aegis, you got out some Pugna resources. Dave's gonna have to go and refill here off some neutral creeps. Finishes up Aether Lens on top of the Shard, the Glimmer, the Lotus. He has it all, and he's putting it to use. And BetBoom are gonna go for round 2. Let the Monkey Siege with the Aghanims, with the BKB Satanic turnaround threat. You gotta poke him down, you gotta drag him
back
deep.
into the tier 4s.
Is it enough?
Oh, that is really good. The nullifier goes out.
He's healing.
BKB, he's turning around.
He's
the
healing.
Start coming in. The Static Storm laid out over the top of this one. Nightfall is looking good to survive. His Wukong's command stays up, so that'll help kill the puck. And they finish off the Bat Rider on the side. Thank you, Pure. These heals are just too much, man. Stop giving save Pugna. Stop. Stop.
They even had the Halberd disarm on him, but the Boundless Strike plus Satanic is enough, plus the Pugna. I go back, stop giving this team the Pugna. It's way too good for them. They abuse it way too well. They win every lane with it, so they're never behind. That is way too strong a position to be in. Or have a better lane answer to it, so at least you shut the hero down in the early game.
Yeah.
The silencer's great in the mid game, but you never got there if you're Talon, and every initiation has been thwarted. 23 will try and get some last pokes in for some stats to clean up a Disruptor. The Globy down.
Got one kill. Can he get a second? Nope. The Scythe of Ice comes in as soon as his ult wears out. And BetBoom continue their absolute destruction in this group stage 2. Again, group stage 1, they didn't look